Okay, another thing I found out is when you put the new motherboard in, the wires that are coming from over there, they are long enough to reach. But the wires that are coming from the top of the motherboard, there's three of them that are short. And that is the two with the yellow plug that plugs over here into the headlight, and the motor stop switch, the purple one. These three are slightly too short. I mean, you can get this one in if you stretch it, but I don't like doing that. What you have to do is cut and add an extension of wire. I have found out that I like using these for small jobs. It is basically butt connector with solder in the middle. So all you basically do is you put your butt connector, use a heat gun, and it melts the solder and the heat shrinks it at the same time. I like to use extra heat shrink as well as the butt connector. And the easiest way to do the butt connector is let's see, where can I put this so you can see? Okay, the easiest way to use these butt connectors is put your butt connector before you strip the end. Otherwise the strands are going to get caught and it's going to make your life a bit more difficult. So I've cut my connector already. I have cut this end, and you want to fan the strands a little bit. Then once you've put your butt connector in, make sure you have the right wire. You want to strip off about, I don't know, quarter of an inch. Fan the strands a little bit, then push them together as you're twisting. I can't see. All right. Then you hold it and twist. Try to make sure none of the strands are sticking out, because when you go to put the butt connector, it's going to catch and make your life a bit more difficult. So once you have that and you feel is a solid connection, bring your butt connector over. There is one strand there. And you put the solder right in the middle of the connection. Then try to hold it without moving it. Get your heat gun. I have mine set to 450 degrees. And you don't want to be holding it in one place for too long, otherwise you're going to melt the heat shrink. So you don't want to do that. If you do that, then just wrap it in. That's why I put this extra heat shrink just in case. All right, so you basically I start at this end to melt, to heat shrink the heat shrink so that it holds the wires in place. Be careful you don't heat up your battery too much. Then you want to keep moving it, and you will suddenly see the solder melt and run. And once you see that, then basically you're done. Try not to move the wires. Okay, there it goes. It has melted. Okay, then wait. Make sure you have a good connection. And then I put the other heat shrink over the top also for extra precaution. You can buy these butt connectors on Amazon. Just look for butt connectors with solder. And I like to get the heat shrinks that are a ratio of 3:1. Okay, and when you go to do the other one, you want to make it a different length. So you basically are staggering the connection. So both aren't here. One is over there, and then the other one, when I add the wire, I will make it either shorter or longer. So you are staggering it so you don't have one thick piece of wire in one place. Okay, hope that helped. If it didn't, then do what you want to do. Tally ho!